I'm going to be doing a project based on the subject of bioluminescence. Many animals and bacteria possess this ability. For example, an animal with this ability is a firefly. Bioluminescence is a production of light that is emitted from a living organism. Not everyone knows how it works, and I'm here to show you how it works. As for the history of bioluminescence, the Greeks and Romans were the first to discover it. Aristotle, in this case, was the first one to discover the luminous organisms. In the 15th century, voyagers such as Christopher Columbus discovered lights in the water, which was the San Salvador tropical fireflies. Interestingly enough, there are also references made to bioluminescence, which was found in literature, such as Shakespeare's Hamlet. Now that you know a little bit more about bioluminescence, let's talk about the reasons of why it exists. It exists because animals use it to lure prey or attract mates, or use it as a source of light. Bioluminescence is actually retained in only bacterial or terrestrial invertebrates. In fact, even beaches have bioluminescence organisms, such as moss. Let's go into further detail on what bioluminescence is. It's a chemical reaction based on both luciferin and oxygen. Luciferin is a light emitting compound which is found in organisms that generate bioluminescence. It's also important to note that there's a large variety of animals and bacteria that have this ability, but you may not see them because they are usually nocturnal. However, doesn't mean that they are all nocturnal. There's a large variation of nocturnal and diurnal bioluminescent animals / bacteria. You may not notice, but humans are also bioluminescent on a different level. They are bioluminescent in terms of electromagnetic energy, but they emit it on a minuscule level. Bioluminescence is both detrimental and beneficial. Let's talk about the beneficial ways first. Perhaps one of the main uses of this ability is to attract and lure prey. Another form of this attraction is to lure mates. Females either emit light in a pattern to attract the males, or the males emit signals of light to the females. Another way that animals use bioluminescence is to use it as communication. It helps them coordinate. It also works as a warning where the light can scare away other animals. With these advantages, there are also disadvantages. The light that the animals produce can attract predators towards them, but that's why bioluminescence has defense mechanisms. Let's say that a predator finds out what their prey is bioluminescent. The prey can emit light and attract the predator of their predator, but they can also use it as a way to stun their enemy. Another disadvantage is that animals can't disguise themselves. They obviously need light to see, so they emit light since they're bioluminescent, but it doesn't necessarily mean they can hide in plain sight. Now that we have that out of the way, let us recap the main points. First of all, bioluminescence is a chemical reaction of luciferin and oxygen. Once both are exposed to each other, they form light. Second, bioluminescence has many uses for animals, whether it be beneficial or detrimental. And finally, most of the organisms that have bioluminescence are terrestrial invertebrates or bacteria. Bioluminescence is an interesting ability. The concept of it is very interesting for a chemical reaction. Even scientists don't even fully understand the actual concept. Overall, bioluminescence is a great ability to help animals, but it can also bring them down to a disadvantage.